Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted wilderness. The path behind you is familiar, worn smooth by the countless steps you have taken. But ahead lies the unknown, a world of possibility that stretches far beyond the horizon. This, my friends, is where true transformation begins. It is time to disappear into that wilderness and emerge as the person you were always meant to be. I know what you were thinking. Disappear? But I have responsibilities, obligations. I cannot just vanish into thin air. And you are right, we cannot simply abandon our lives. But what if I told you that the kind of disappearance I am talking about does not require you to pack a bag or buy a plane ticket? This journey, this profound change begins right where you are in this very moment. To truly change your life, you must first disappear from the old patterns, the limiting beliefs, and the expectations that have held you captive for far too long. It is about becoming invisible to the doubts that whisper in your ear and the fears that tug at you. It is about slipping away from the person you thought you had to be and rediscovering the authentic self that's been waiting patiently for its moment to shine. The universe is constantly conspiring in your favor. Yes, you heard that right. Every moment, every breath, every heartbeat is an opportunity for transformation. But here's the catch. You have to be willing to see it, to grasp it with both hands and never let go. Think back to a time when you felt truly alive, when every cell in your body vibrated with possibility. Perhaps it was the moment you fell in love or when you achieved something you never thought possible. That feeling, that energy, it is not reserved for special occasions. It is your birthright, available to you every single day if you choose to claim it. But claiming it requires courage. It demands that you step out of the shadows of your comfort zone and into the blinding light of potential. It asks you to look in the mirror and say, I am ready for more. I am capable of greatness. I am worthy of an extraordinary life. I can almost hear some of you shifting uncomfortably in your seats. But what about my past mistakes? You might be wondering, what about all the times I've tried and failed? My friends, let me tell you something that might just change your life. Your past is not a prison sentence. It is a classroom. Every setback, every stumble, every moment of heartache has been preparing you for this very moment. They've been refining you like a blacksmith forges a sword, making you stronger, more resilient, more capable of handling the magnificent life that awaits you. How do we begin this grand disappearing act? It starts with a decision. Right here, right now, you have the power to choose a new path. It does not matter if you are 18 or 80, if you are struggling to make ends meet or sitting on top of the world. The power to change, to transform, to disappear from your old life and emerge anew. First, we must address the noise. The constant chatter of the mind, the opinions of others, the incessant buzz of a world that's always demanding our attention. To disappear, we must first find silence. Not just external silence, but the profound quiet that comes when we turn inward and listen to the whispers of our soul. Try this with me for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Feel the air filling your lungs, nourishing every cell in your body. As you exhale, imagine all the stress, all the worry, all the doubt leaving your body with that breath. Do this a few more times. In this silence, in this stillness, you'll begin to hear the truth. Not the truth that the world has been shouting at you, but the quiet, unwavering truth of who you really are and what you are capable of achieving. Open your eyes. The world around you hasn't changed, but something inside you has shifted, has not it? That, my friends, is the first step in disappearing from your old life. It is a reminder that you have the power to choose your state of being, regardless of external circumstances. But disappearing is not just about finding moments of peace. It is about radically altering the way you see yourself and the world around you. It is about questioning every belief, every assumption, every truth you've been told about who you are and what you are capable of. And yourself. Who would I be if I wasn't afraid? What would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? How would I live if I truly believed in my own infinite potential? These are not just hypothetical questions. They are invitations to step into a new reality. Because here's the truth. You are not afraid. The real you, the essence of who you are, is boundless courage. You cannot fail because every outcome is a stepping stone to your highest good. And your potential, it is not just infinite. It is the very stuff that stars are made of. I know what some of you might be thinking. That sounds great, but my life is a mess. I've got bills to pay, relationships to mend, dreams that seem impossibly out of reach. And to that I say, absolutely perfect. It is in the mess, in the chaos, in the seeming impossibility of it all, that the greatest opportunities for transformation lie. It is when we're pushed to our limits that we discover just how limitless we truly are. Think of the caterpillar. Does it look at its cocoon and think, well, this is it? I guess I'll just stay a caterpillar forever? Of course not. It embraces the darkness, the confinement, the complete dissolution of everything it once was. And in that process, it transforms into something breathtakingly beautiful. Your cocoon might look like a dead-end job, a failed relationship, or a bank account that's seen better days. But I promise you, it is not a prison. It is a launching pad. How do we use these challenges as catalysts for change? It starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to become the person I'm meant to be? Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every moment of darkness is the prelude to your dawn. But here's the key. You have to be willing to let go. Let go of who you think you should be. Let go of the limitations you've placed on yourself. Let go of the need for approval from others. It is time to disappear from the expectations that have been weighing you down and reappear as the authentic, powerful being you truly are. This process of letting go, of disappearing from your old self, is not always comfortable. In fact, it can be downright terrifying. But remember, growth and comfort rarely coexist. The magic happens when you're willing to stretch beyond what feels safe, to reach for something greater even when your knees are shaking and your heart is pounding. I want you to think for a moment about a dream you've been holding in your heart. Maybe it is a career change, a creative project, a relationship you long to heal, or a part of the world you've always wanted to explore. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what's stopping you? Is it fear of failure? Fear of success? Fear of what others might think? Whatever it is, I want you to take that fear and look at it closely. See it for what it really is, a thought, a belief, a story you've been telling yourself. Imagine taking that fear and setting it aside. Not fighting it, not trying to overcome it, but simply choosing not to let it dictate your actions, what becomes possible in that moment. This is the power of disappearing from your old patterns of thought. When you no longer identify with your fears, your doubts, your limitations, you create space for something new to emerge. You create the conditions for miracles to occur. And make no mistake, my friends, your life is meant to be miraculous. You are meant to wake up every morning filled with a sense of purpose and possibility. You are meant to go to bed each night with a heart full of gratitude for the magic you've experienced and created. But this kind of life does not just happen. It is a choice you must make every single day, sometimes every single moment. It is a commitment to seeing the world through new eyes, to approaching each experience with an open heart. And how do we maintain this commitment? How do we ensure that our disappearing act is not just a temporary vanishing, but a lasting transformation? It starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts, your words, your actions. Are they aligned with the person you want to become, or are they keeping you tethered to the person you are trying to leave behind? Practice mindfulness. Be fully present in each moment. When you are eating, savor every bite. When you are talking to someone, really listen. When you are working, give it your full attention. It is in these moments of presence that we dissolve the boundaries of our old selves and allow something new to emerge. Cultivate gratitude. Every night before you go to sleep, think of 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be big things. A warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger, a beautiful sunset. This practice shifts your focus from what's lacking to the abundance that surrounds you. Surround yourself with inspiration. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to music that stirs your soul. Spend time in nature. Engage in conversations that expand your mind. The more you feed your spirit with positivity and possibility, the easier it becomes to maintain your new state of being. Take inspired action. Do not wait for everything to be perfect before you start moving towards your dreams. Take one small step every day. Make one phone call. Write one page. Save $1. These small actions compound over time, creating momentum that will carry you forward. And perhaps most importantly, be kind to yourself. This journey of transformation is not always smooth. There will be days when you slip back into old patterns, when the voice of doubt speaks a little louder than usual. On these days, do not berate yourself. Instead, gently remind yourself of how far you've come, of the strengths that resides within you, of the incredible future that awaits. Remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. It is about waking up each day a little bit closer to your true self, a little more aligned with your highest potential. We near the end of our time together. I want to leave you with this thought. The world needs you. Not the you that's been playing small, hiding your light, doubting your worth. The world needs the real you, the you that emerges when you dare to disappear from all that's been holding you back. Your dreams, your talents, your unique perspective. These are gifts, and they're not just for you. They're meant to be shared, to touch lives, to make this world a little bit brighter. I ask you, no, I challenge you to disappear. Disappear from the limitations, the fears, the doubts. Disappear from the life that's too small for your spirit and reappear as the magnificent, powerful, loving being you truly are. It won't always be easy. There will be moments of uncertainty, moments when you'll be tempted to retreat back to the familiar. But I promise you this, on the other side of that uncertainty lies a life beyond your wildest dreams. A life where you wake up every morning excited about the day ahead. A life where you are surrounded by people who support and inspire you. A life where you are using your gifts to make a real difference in the world. This life is not just a possibility, it is your destiny, but you have to choose it. You have to be willing to let go of everything you think you know about yourself and step into the unknown. Are you ready? Are you willing to take that leap? To disappear from all that's been holding you back and reappear as the person you were always meant to be? The choice is yours, and the time is now. Remember, in every moment, with every breath, you have the power to begin again, to rewrite your story, to disappear from the old and emerge into something beautiful and new. Take a deep breath. Feel the energy of possibility coursing through your veins. And know this, the universe is waiting with open arms to support you on this journey. You are powerful beyond measure. You are worthy of all the good this life has to offer, and you are capable of creating miracles. It is time to disappear from all that's been holding you back. It is time to change your life. The journey begins now. And my friends, what a beautiful journey it will be. May you go forth with courage, with love, and with the unshakable knowledge that you are here to do great things. Your new life is waiting. It is time to disappear into it. We stand here on the precipice of change. I want you to consider something profound. What if everything you've experienced up until this moment has been preparing you for what's to come? Every triumph, every tear, every seemingly insignificant decision, all of it leading you to this crossroads where you can choose to disappear from the old and step into the new. Transformation is not just about changing your circumstances. It is about altering the very fabric of your being. It is about rewiring your thoughts, reshaping your beliefs, and redefining what's possible in your life. Think about water for a moment. It can exist as a solid, a liquid, or a gas. Each state has its own properties, its own way of interacting with the world. But at its core, it is still H2. That's you, my friend. You have the capacity to shift states, to adapt, to flow into new forms of being while still retaining your essential self. I want you to do something with me. Stand up if you're able. If not, that's okay. You do this sitting down. I want you to stretch your arms out as wide as they can go. Feel the expansion in your chest, the openness in your heart. This is your wingspan. This is the space you are meant to occupy in this world. But how often do we shrink ourselves? How often do we fold our wings and squeeze into spaces too small for our spirits? It is time to spread those wings. It is time to take up space. It is time to disappear from the smallness and reappear in your full, glorious expansion. The power of your thoughts for a moment. Your mind is like a garden. The thoughts you nurture are the seeds you plant. Are you planting seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation? Or are you cultivating thoughts of possibility, love, and abundance? What if you disappeared from negative self-talk entirely? What if, for just one day, you refused to entertain a single self-deprecating thought? How might that change the trajectory of your life? Remember, your thoughts create your reality, not in some mystical wave a magic wand kind of way, but in a very real neurological way. The thoughts you think carve neural pathways in your brain. The more you think a thought, the deeper that pathway becomes until it turns into a superhighway of belief. I challenge you to become a vigilant gardener of your mind. Pull out the weeds of negativity. Plant seeds of positivity, of possibility, of purpose. Water them with attention and watch as they grow into a lush garden of opportunity. Something that often holds us back from disappearing into our new lives. The opinion of others. How many times have you dimmed your light because you were afraid of outshining someone else? How often have you silenced your voice because you feared judgment or criticism? My friends, it is time to disappear from the need for approval. Your worth is not determined by the opinions of others. Your value does not increase or decrease based on likes, shares, or applause. You are inherently worthy simply because you exist. Imagine for a moment that you are on a stage. The spotlight is on you, and the audience is filled with every person who has ever doubted you, criticized you, or tried to hold you back. Now imagine yourself taking a deep bow, thanking them for their role in your story, and then walking off that stage into a brand new scene of your own creation. That's the power of disappearing from other people's expectations. You get to write your own script, direct your own life, star in your own epic adventure. But here's the thing about disappearing from your old life and reappearing in a new one. It requires faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the process, faith in the universe's ability to co-create with you. Think of it like jumping out of an airplane. In that moment, when you are standing at the open door, wind whipping around you, heart pounding in your chest, you have a choice. You can stay in the plane safe but unfulfilled, or you can take the leap, trusting that your parachute will open, that the winds will carry you, that you'll land safely on new ground. Taking that leap, my friends, that's what this disappearing act is all about. It is about trusting that when you let go of who you think you should be, you create space to become who you are meant to be. I know some of you might be thinking, but I've tried to change before. I've made resolutions, set goals, and still found myself slipping back into old patterns. And to that I say, wonderful. Do you know why? Because each attempt, each setback, each moment of perceived failure is actually a step forward. Change is not a straight line. It is not a smooth upward trajectory. It is more like a spiral. You might find yourself coming back to the same issues, the same challenges. But each time you do, you are approaching them from a higher level of understanding, a deeper level of awareness. Do not be discouraged if you find yourself grappling with old habits or revisiting old wounds. This is not a sign of failure. It is an invitation to heal more deeply, to transform more completely. The concept of reinvention for a moment, many people think that to change their lives, they need to become someone entirely new. But that's not it at all. True transformation is not about becoming a different person. It is about becoming more fully yourself. Imagine an acorn. Within that tiny seed lies the blueprint for a mighty oak tree. The acorn does not need to become something it is not. It simply needs the right conditions, soil, water, sunlight, to grow into what it already is at its core. You, my friend, are that acorn. Everything you need to become your highest self is already within you. The process of disappearing from your old life is really about removing the layers that have been obscuring your true nature. It is about creating the conditions for your innate potential to flourish. How do we create these conditions? It starts with self-love, not the superficial bubble bath and chocolate kind of self-love. Those things are nice too. I am talking about the deep, abiding kind of self-love that says, I honor my journey. I respect my process. I am worthy of good things. This kind of self-love is revolutionary. It is the foundation upon which all meaningful change is built. Because when you truly love yourself, you naturally begin to make choices that align with your highest good. You choose nourishing foods because you love your body and want it to thrive. You choose uplifting relationships because you know you deserve to be surrounded by love and support. You choose work that inspires you because you understand that your time and energy are precious resources. Self-love is not selfish. In fact, it is the least selfish thing you can do. Because when you love yourself fully, you have so much more love to give to others. When you honor your own journey, you create space for others to do the same. Something that often comes up when we talk about transformations, the fear of success. Yes, you heard that right. Many of us are more afraid of success than we are of failure. Why? Because success means change. It means stepping into the unknown. It means potentially outgrowing relationships, leaving behind the familiar, and challenging our own self-concept. But here's the truth. Your success does not diminish anyone else. Your light does not darken anyone else's. In fact, when you shine brightly, you give others permission to do the same. I invite you to disappear from the fear of your own greatness. Step fully into your power. Embrace your potential. Allow yourself to succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Remember, the world is not a zero-sum game. There's enough success, enough joy, enough abundance for everyone. Your win is a win for all of humanity because when you operate at your highest level, you inspire others to do the same. The power of your words. The language you use shapes your reality in profound ways. Are you speaking life into your dreams, or are you undermining them with careless words? Pay attention to the phrases you use regularly. Do you often say things like, I cannot, it is too hard, or that's just the way I am? These phrases are like anchors, holding you in place when you are meant to be sailing towards new horizons. I challenge you to disappear from limiting language. Replace I cannot with how can I? Swap it is too hard for this is an opportunity to grow. Instead of that's just the way I am, try I'm evolving every day. Your words are spells you are casting on your own life. Make sure they're spells for growth, for joy, for abundance. This journey of transformation, I want to address something that often comes up, the idea of purpose. Many people feel stuck because they're waiting to discover their one true purpose, as if it is a hidden treasure they need to unearth. But here's a liberating truth. Your purpose is not something you find. It is something you create. It is something you choose day by day, moment by moment. Your purpose is to fully express your unique gifts in service of something greater than yourself. That might look different at different stages of your life, and that's okay. In fact, it is beautiful. Instead of asking, what is my purpose? Try asking, how can I bring more love into the world today? How can I use my talents to make a positive difference? How can I grow and evolve in this moment? When you approach life with these questions, you are living on purpose, regardless of what you're doing. Something that's crucial in this process of disappearing from your old life and stepping into the new, the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful actions or pretending that hurt didn't happen. It is about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment. It is about choosing peace over being right. Is there someone you need to forgive? Perhaps it is a parent who didn't know how to love you the way you needed. Maybe it is a friend who betrayed your trust, or perhaps the person you need to forgive most is yourself. Forgiveness does not happen overnight. It is a process, a journey. But it starts with a decision to release the past, to choose love over fear, to prioritize your peace of mind. And here's the beautiful thing about forgiveness. When you forgive, you are not changing the past. You are changing the future. You are creating space for new possibilities, new relationships, new ways of being. I invite you to disappear from old grudges, from long-held resentments. Choose to reappear with a heart unburdened, ready to love more fully, to live more freely. We near the end of our time together. I want to circle back to where we started, the idea of disappearing. But I want you to understand something crucial. This disappearing act we've been talking about. It is not about becoming invisible. It is not about shrinking or hiding. No, this kind of disappearing is about becoming so fully, radiantly yourself that the old, limited version of you simply cannot exist anymore. It is about shining so brightly that the shadows of doubt and fear have nowhere to hide. When you disappear from your old patterns, your old beliefs, your old ways of being, you do not vanish. You emerge. You step into the light of your own magnificence. And when you do that, you give the world a gift, because there's never been and will never be another you. Your particular blend of experiences, insights, talents, and dreams is utterly unique. It is your responsibility, no, your privilege. As you leave here today, I want you to make a commitment to yourself, to your dreams, to the world that's waiting for your gifts. Commit to disappearing from anything and everything that's been holding you back. Commit to reappearing as the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. Commit to loving yourself fiercely, to forgiving yourself and others completely, to pursuing your dreams relentlessly. Commit to seeing the magic in every moment, to finding the lesson in every challenge, to spreading kindness wherever you go. Commit to being the author of your own story, the creator of your own purpose, the catalyst for your own transformation. My friends, it is time. Time to disappear from the life that's too small for your spirit. Time to reappear as the magnificent being you truly are. The world is waiting. Your new life is calling.